at the supermarket where I usually go sometimes, usually whatever, right? And to get some pork chops, but I was driving there, and I just started thinking. By the way, this is my new friend over here. Yeah, isn't he cute? There he is. Hi. Nah, not that. But there's one, and there's another one I got a couple weeks ago. So big and fluffy. This one, they're all outdoorsy. They really are. But they're hanging out inside here with me. Um, got him at the first one I showed. I got him at a yard sale. Good find. Pretty cool. Maybe I saw him. I was like, oh, I gotta get him. That's cool. But we were driving around. That's right. I was driving though, so don't get scared. He's better. And we were driving here, and this is the Shoprite supermarket of Linden. That's where I go usually. But I usually drive there with my ride there with my bicycle. But I was driving, and people going in. I mean, people park and they go to stores, and people come out of stores. There's speed bumps. You can't go more than like 50 miles an hour. Eventually, you hit a speed bump, you stop. Some people stop for people, some don't. But it's like I was thinking. You have all this parking here, and there's an entrance here, Aviation Plaza. You could go in from here. There's multiple entrances, right? What is the purpose? This is how it's designed. This is like something that I was thinking about going to school, except I don't want to go to school and like figure out how to do I'm not the diameter, the angles, this and that, how to put it together, architecture, just the labor part of it, which is nothing wrong. I don't have time for that. I think much differently. Like, what is the purpose of this lane right here for cars to come in and go? And that says no stopping anywhere, except Home Depot. Home Depot is over here, and they have a pickup area. Like pick up and drop off, like for like 4 or 5 cars. You can even fit vans usually. Vans usually you go over there, but I get it. People do stop and like drop someone off, and then they go park. It's all right. But what is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of this lane? It's like, and then you got, it creates traffic tension. That's what it does. Maybe traffic is not the word, but people gotta stop. And obviously, I always with my car, I do drive over here. We could also see the stores from over here. It just doesn't seem like it's anything useful. And I was thinking, well, let's say you have, I mean, there's obviously entrances here. You could come over here and, you see the store you park. But even like, if this was just redesigned, so like, you have an entrance somewhere right here and go through the middle, you know? And obviously, I'm the guy, in my bicycle, I'm the guy that like parks over here. I don't want to get in between cars. I could park pretty well, but you hit them with the door, they hit you with the door. It's like even if you don't want to do, I mean, especially, I hope you don't want to do it, right? But it's just like congested, and here is what Shoprite. So Shoprite, right? So these people, they're all going to Shoprite, and then there's like me over there. I'm like, yeah, I'm going here, but I'm also going here. But what if you had a lane that went right through? I mean, this parking lot should be redesigned. Another thing, I would do is put more trees. Once you would do that, like an entrance through the middle, or a path through the middle for cars and whatnot. Uh, it could be a dual or something like that. That could be worked out, but I would put a lot of trees too. It would create a lot more air, fresh air, and also bring down temperatures. Shade, it's just aesthetic pleasing. The green, color green, it just it's very vibrant. It's a beautiful color. It's a part of nature. We need that. I just gotta point to climate change. Even though it's in climate change, it's just all it is asphalt and concrete. This is one of the things why I really don't like United States, the plazas. Unless it's some like rich neighborhoods, and it might have something a little bit nicer, but not the way this is developed. And you know what? You got like the big department store. Well, Target, Marshall is a department store as well. I do find things in there too, but you have the big gigantic department stores. And I get it. I'm not going against that because people will shop what they want to shop. I mean, it's just too far fetched what I'm thinking. But it's already placed in these states, United States, that have that. But I'm concentrating on this. What is the real purpose for driving over here? all the way through here. If like you want to go to Shoprite of Linden, or let's say you want to go to Target or something like that. I mean, you could take this route, but even if you drive here, you gotta stop this and that just to get like over here. It's useless. Are you gonna park the car like over here? You're gonna go in 'cause it's closer. I don't understand it. Should I read about it or something? I see a lot of people that just drive through it, especially when people, let's say they come out of Target or something. A lot of people do go to Target. And they get in the car and they drive all the way through here. Not only is it time consuming, you wasting energy, but I mean, does anyone get frustrated with people walking back and forth? Because I see a lot of people, they just don't stop sometimes. Today I kind of stopped this girl and her mom, they were just standing there, and I was like, all right, well, I just accelerate slowly, but I usually stop. But even with that, what is the purpose? And the reason why I said somewhere in the middle, I'd say it would have to do something with times that people go in the stores. Because you already have this. So you liquidate this, you get rid of this entrance, and people are gonna go through here, they're gonna be upset, they're gonna be pissed off. I just had it right there, something like that. But you have to go all the way from the back, and then you got I guess you gotta look through parking. There's plenty of people that you go, no, not that one. I'm gonna go to close. That one's taken. They go around. So you have it through the middle, and you have it uh, for the hours that are mostly busy. So you'll be closer to the entrances, and you go either right or left, right, north, south or north, whether depending on how many cars there are. Also, I mean, trees would be a great thing. They have like little ones over here. It's like at the end they put like a little tree for decoration. I mean, it's once you liquidate this, you can put a lot more trees over here. A lot more trees that this is what state owned or something. Does it really matter? I mean, does it have to you have to like be bureaucratic about this thing? Is that what it is? Just say you don't care and just go away. There's people that do care. By the way, they were building it then. Oh, this is Walmart Center. There's more stores here developed. You could make more and more trees and all that stuff. And also another thing is, there's a lot of birds. They exist in the environment, and a couple water fountains or something like that. Something pleasing for them, pick from their environment. Their environment is not so far fetched from ours. Uh, if you're a human being. If you're not, then you, I get it. I guess my kind, human beings, decent people, we're the minority, right? I am the real minority here. There's less of us, I guess. That at least what I noticed. But you know what? And they do have like see little trees over here. All right, that's good. But what is this? You put one, two, and then what? So what are you trying to do with that? I mean, is this a mathematical thing? One, two, three, one, two, three. Is that what it is? Well, you missed Johnny or John, two spots over here. And you could put them closely together too. So the people park here, they could get shade, and in summer, the car wouldn't heat up. I'm not saying people leave their dogs. I'm not using that excuse, but even if you don't, you don't want your car to heat up. It's plastic and all that. It's very beneficial. Um, Another thing, it'd be nice if people just water some of these plants out there, not just them. It's like you have it in the ground. Well, what do you need it for if you don't water it? Why don't you just make a plastic tree? Why don't you just make a tree out of concrete or something like that? And don't paint it green either, because I don't think you like that anyway. But I'm not even mad or anything. It's just I mean, it's 2022. It's like it's unbelievable. I'm gonna get to the whole shopping bag experience in a minute. This video is just about that. Furthermore, this AMC Aviation. It's a movie theater, like any movie theater, right? They play movies, right? But all this parking. All right, cool. See, that guy is smart. He parked, in the parking lot. And you know what? Here you can't park anywhere. You get a ticket. Actually, here I've seen signs or something like that. But you have all this space, and I could go on how maybe uh underground parking would be more efficient. If I mean, there's all this space, it's just wasted. How many people go there to the movies? Maybe the weekend fills up to like over here, and it's a scary shit because somebody gonna park. Is it really that bad for like these people to just get a parking? They go on and on. They travel. They need a place to stay, to sleep. They can't drive around for 24 hours a day. People always complain. Where's Pied Pipers? Here it is. Piper, the truckers park here. Well, all right, they park there. I mean, what, man? You have all these helicopters that are landing here. You don't complain about that. And I don't know, maybe they do something like that. But where else are they gonna park? What do you want? Where do you park? Where do you live? But suitable parking for them will be beneficial too. There's plenty of places, even in congested places like this. Well, except the runway, they got to park somewhere too, right? But certain place. I mean, obviously this is filled and whatnot. What's this? Jay Mahoney, J Mon, John Money. What? Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'll be there. What the place of worship? John Money. That's just odd. Is that a cemetery? This is just no cemeteries. Mount Calvary is right there. I don't even know what this is. Okay, it's a cemetery, I guess. It looks like a cemetery. I could go about the burial. I'm not into that. The body around corpse in the ground. Yeah, I worked in a cemetery. It's not because of that. I just the whole funeral process in the cemetery. Yeah, I believe in cremation. I really do. Once you're dead, deceased, and I know a Catholic guy. He's like, my bones are a lot of good for me in my life. Why would I do that to them? Like, bro, you're dead. You're deceased. You want your bones to disintegrate, and once you're in the ground, your body disintegrates. It goes in the soil to some extent. And they put like concrete all over the casket, so it preserves it. Like, what are you preserving the body for in the ground? They have mausoleums too. That's pretty creepy and disturbing too. I'm not talking about the scent that's around them. Yeah, that's someone laying down in the mausoleum. I did that. I don't know if I wrote that, but I laid it. I was just tired, but just you get that scent. It's just not that good. It wasn't too disturbing. The Budweiser plan was the barley and hops. It hit kind of hard, but it's the whole process of it. But the adequate space, and there's all this parking lot. I mean, we could go above ground, underground. If you go above ground, people put just concrete slabs. But vines actually, trees and vines that grow on side of buildings or houses. Yeah, the plants, they're green and leaves. We could do so much stuff with that. All over the place, so it could create fresh air. That's very necessary. It'll bring the temperatures down eventually. I mean, the time is now, Just because, you eradicate a couple plastic bags, I don't think you're changing anything. And the whole garbage thing, how we dispose garbage is ridiculous in itself. It could be biodegradable. You don't need plastic bags, That's what I use bags for, like, when I get my groceries as far as vegetables and whatnot, they're plastic ones. I use them for garbage in my garbage, disposal place. I mean, what else am I going to use? And you can make cloth, right? But then, we got to talk about how to dispose of this and that. So it's just a long, drawn out process. Just, I was driving today with a buddy over here, and I call him little guy. I want to call him big guy, but, I don't want to be, I don't know. Still haven't found that. Anyway, I mean, this is just, it just doesn't make any sense. Why there's a whole lane here, and it goes all throughout here, and it exits here. And then there's like this. Alright, so this is what? Like, in case this is, there's too many cars here, you have an option to come here and just look over here. Alright, I mean, I kind of get that, but this is just all this round and round. We just build one big circle and just go round and round, Um, Eventually, it'd be efficient to go underground too, but overground is pretty decent. You drive, yeah, just that. How about more greenery? Even around the buildings. Like here, you got an airport. I mean, why don't you just put tall pine trees? They have like very tall pine trees to get rid of the noise. And then it's like they start thinking, people say they don't want it. They don't even care about that. They have no sense of that. It's like it doesn't bother them. Something like that. So if that doesn't bother you, what does a couple trucks parked here bother you? What does the old lady crossing it, trying to, yeah, old lady, yeah, she's, because somebody, I mean, people make jokes that it's fine, but let's say someone like me, I'm walking here, and you don't want to stop or something like that. So what am I bothering you for? I gotta cross over at the right way, right? It's just the way it's messed up. I mean, the way it's set up, the hardscape or the landscape rather. It just doesn't make too much sense. It could be much better. I just can't believe it just it was created like that. You know, yeah, this is not an efficient way to do it and it's not practical in any kind of way. And yeah, we got Panda Express, Wingstop, uh, tobacco shop. All right. Anyway, Starbucks, but it's like there's not enough greenery. Even like certain places, uh, outside a sitting area, and then just concrete slabs and like a little metallic umbrella, make it a little bit nicer. What's the point of that? I mean, what, you gotta be like a millionaire in a rich neighborhood to have that? It's like, what is it? Just like, it's all ghetto over here. Like, we don't deserve anything better. No mindset, no brain power, no nothing. Just something to think about, something that just passed through my mind, and it, I had that. I don't know if I had the idea a while ago, but once you see it, you just always get it. I don't always communicate, talk about this, but it just doesn't make sense. Like there's another place, and right here. Actually, there it was here. I took a picture, and then I realized, oh, they're gonna put like another, another place of business here, so that's why they had this road. So I was like, why? But I always go to this place. Let's see. See on this map is right there. I go just go to. I always go to this place to get my tobacco. Where's East Grand Ave? There it is. There's the Dunkin' Donuts. It's like, why'd you do this? Okay, there's a guy selling what, like selling something, but what is this? And there's like no parking, designated parking, like a drawn out parking. So you got Dunkin' Donuts parking here, and people live here. I get it, but it's like you live here, maybe you park your car here. It's a place to skateboard or something. And what is this? What was this created? Was this left over? This had something to do with like people coming in here or something. I don't even know. But there's a couple places like that. It's very rare, but there is. Um, it's not the worst it is, but let's say there's a smoke shop here. People buy their tobacco products, among other things that I don't, but you can, right? How about some benches over here, pine trees all over the place, like on the side of the road, or other kind of trees, reduce noise pollution, create lower temperatures, like I said before, a lot of other reasons, and also it's like you're living here, maybe you don't want to see the highway, you driving, I mean, the works. There's so much with that. We have to start. I mean, it could be a start, and some benches here, you have trees over here. Maybe a couple more trees and stuff, People hang out. Not asphalt though, Something like a little bit nicer, a little bit comfortable. Just food for thought.